It's fine as long as you're using your farm-made goods and your homegrown goods at home for yourself and for your animals, but as soon as you are offering these goods to the public, that's a whole different story. Welcome back to Hidden Oaks Homestead. One of the things that we started doing this year is partaking in local farmers markets and arts and crafts markets. Chip was the one that kind of led the charge on that. He's the one that signed us up for it. The reasoning behind it is we have homemade goods that we make here on the farm, and we are able to sell this to the public. Now, we have not done a good job with marketing those, and it's really just been a passion project for me, making these products and using them for us and for the animals at home. We really haven't put too much effort forward in selling them, either in person or online. When Chip first signed us up, I was not very excited about it, to be honest, because most of the work really falls on my shoulders when it comes to producing the goods that we can sell at farmers markets. Not only is it about producing the goods, but we need to make sure they're labeled correctly. We need to make sure that we adhere by local laws, by state laws, by federal laws in order to be able to actually sell these goods to the public without getting in trouble. It's fine as long as you're using your farm-made goods and your homegrown goods at home for yourself and for your animals, but as soon as you are offering these goods to the public, that's a whole different story. For anybody who's living this homesteading lifestyle, it's not the cheapest way to live, right? We have to feed our animals, we have to care for our animals, we have to build infrastructure. All of that does cost money, and it takes time, especially when you're working a 9-to-5 job. So how do we get around to financing this besides our day job? One of the ways that we thought we can give back to the farm and be able to reinvest some of the money that we make here on the farm was by selling livestock, and now also with homemade goods. We are set up online with our webpage and via our social media, but honestly, we have done a terrible job in marketing and really getting the word out about the fact that we are selling salves, we are selling tinctures that are all homemade with foraged and homegrown goods. So we have been setting up for local markets. One big consideration when you're setting up locally and even selling online, you need to look into your regulations. A lot of what you can make on your farm and sell from your farm is covered under cottage food laws, especially when it comes to human consumption. When it comes to animal consumption, you don't have to worry about cottage food laws, but if you're trying to sell jams, pickles, things like that, you really need to look into what are the regulations around it. Our farmers markets and our markets here locally have language attached to them where they want to make sure that you understand what you're selling is covered legally. So they want to make sure you are aware of the cottage food laws and adhere by those. For us in Florida, we have a pretty good setup with our cottage food laws. There are certain things we cannot sell, at least for human consumption, which are any kind of milk products or raw milk products. So milk and dairy in general are not something that's covered under cottage food law, and we're not able to sell this for human consumption. However, what we can use our goat milk for is making goat milk soap. And that is one of the things that we are doing here is we're using our raw goat milk to make goat milk soap out of. And if you've ever had any kind of a skin issue or any kind of an issue with your skin being really dry, goat milk soap is amazing. I don't even have to use lotion with it. So really, it's a great product that we use for us, but that we can also sell. It's all natural, made from goat milk, lard, olive oil, and coconut oil, and then of course lye, because the chemical reaction between the lye and the fats is what actually makes real soap. So it's not a watered down product. It lasts for a long time, and it's all natural. So we love it here, and we love to be able to give back to the community and sell it locally and online as well. Here on the farm, we make a couple of different products. We make tinctures, we make salves, we produce natural teas, we do soaps, and all of these products are covered under different regulations, whereas the tinctures, the teas, the jams, the jellies are all covered under cottage food law, meaning this is something that we can produce in our home kitchen. It does not need to be inspected by federal or local authorities. The simple approach from the government on the cottage food law here in Florida is that it needs to be labeled correctly. So each product needs to be labeled saying, hey, this has been made in a cottage food operation and it's not federally licensed or regulated. Here's the address of who made this. So if you have issues, contact this person. The government has nothing to do with it. Everybody can do this from their home kitchen. So the risk is really passed on to each individual that is producing these goods. When it comes to the soap, that is not under cottage food regulations, but we are able to produce and sell soap as long as we're not making any kind of health claims for that product. It needs to be labeled as goat milk soap. It needs to be labeled with the weight and where it was produced, and that is it. Under cottage food regulations, there's a lot that you can do. However, there's also products that people look for quite a bit that you are not able to sell under cottage food laws, such as pickles, such as any kind of dairy products. Those are not covered, and you are not able to sell these covered under cottage food laws. If you have an operation where you would like to sell raw goat milk or any kind of dairy products or pickles or salsa, any of these products, at least within the state of Florida, you need to be licensed in a separate way. We are not currently licensed as a food kitchen. We would need to rent a commercial space for that. We would need to make sure inspectors come in every so often to keep that license going. For us, we are not set up for that, and we are not able to do that at this point in our setup. All of the products that we make here on the farm are made by me. It's either something that I have foraged from the local forest or something that I have grown in our herbal garden, and I make tinctures, I make teas, I make salves from this, as well as goat milk soap. With that comes a lot of work. There's a lot of work that goes into making the tinctures, into making the soaps, packing them, labeling them, and getting them ready for market or even to sell online. With that said, I do work a full-time job. I work a 9 to 5 or a 6 to 6, however you want to look at it. And I'm gone a lot. I do a lot of traveling. That means my tincture and salve making, my gardening, and my foraging takes a back seat, unfortunately. I'm not able to currently support us from this operation. The goal is definitely there to do that down the road. However, currently I'm not able to produce enough product to then sell on the market or sell online to sustain us. It is something where we can supplement our income and set off animal cost, seed cost, gardening cost, and so on. However, we're not able to use this as an income form that would fully sustain us as a family. If you are new to this and you haven't tried out markets or online business yet, or you're completely clueless as to where to start, there are so many people out there who seem to have figured it out already. There's a lot of friends that we have in the homesteading community that are my idols, that I look up to with what they've done already and what their dreams are, and being able to share in their dreams and hearing from them as to what they've done, what they're looking to do, and the amount of work that they have already put into their business is amazing. Some of the channels that we've met over the last couple of years, some of the homesteaders in the community locally that we've met over the years, have just really taken off with their business model, and I applaud them. I am so proud of them and so happy for them for what they have done. One of the biggest things for us going to market is being able to engage in our local communities. It's amazing to know that our products actually help people. They are looking for us at local markets. They are reaching out for us. They are recommending our products locally, which is huge for us. Word of mouth is an amazing tool to advertise for your business, and the most reliable as well, because it usually comes from an actual recommendation of how this product has changed your life or how this product has helped you heal. And that's all I, as a business owner, can ask for. If you're new to this, just reach out to your local community. They will give you guidance. They will ask for what they want and what they need. Usually you're able to fill some kind of gap for the local community wherever it is. So I encourage you to just go out to the marketplace and find out what's needed. Go to local markets, find out what is in demand. Find out what people are looking for, whether that is natural remedies or handmade goods or clothing or gifts or house decorations. Whatever there is a market for it, and your idea is worth taking out to the market. Whether you are new to this homesteading lifestyle, whether you are new to doing markets, whether you're new to maybe building up an online marketplace for yourself, let me hear from you. Let me hear what your ideas are. If you've been doing this and have been successful in building your business, I would love to hear from you as well, as I am looking to move to the next step and hopefully build a more successful business model for us that can play a bigger part in supporting us as a family. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it and kind of showing you around the back of the scenes a little bit on what we do in our free time to support our side business of Hidden Oaks Homestead LLC. We do have a website, so feel free to check it out if you're interested in any of our goods. If you have any questions, we're here to ask. And other than that, I will see you in the next video.